Have you ever played Resident Evil 1 and this happened while you were playing? That's right, shooting the screen. That's exactly what this video is going to be today. So I was really bored this morning and I was like, man, I remember a few places in the game where you can do this. And I decided to go ahead and try this. But it turned out that it determines what version of the game you're playing, because if you have the North American long box edition, this version of the game, or even the original Japanese edition of the game, you can't break the screen. This is something that was actually added only in a director's cut version of the game, and it also remains in a DualShock edition, and it's also in the PC version as well. So with that in mind, I'm going to go through the game and show you where I actually found a lot of areas where you can surprisingly shoot the screen. So let's go ahead and start doing that. I am just gonna switch over to just the pure gameplay mode. So we're going to be using a Japanese director's cut version of the game because the Japanese version is a little easier to play through, and we're going to be playing on beginner mode so that we can get double the ammo pickup. So I'm going to be using Jill Valentine to play through this, and partially because she does get access to weapons a little easier, much sooner than Chris does. So basically we're going to play up until we get the shotgun, and that's what I'm going to start showing you where to find some really interesting places where you could surprisingly shoot the screen and break it. So one of the earliest ones we can actually get to shoot the screen is actually right here. We can position Jill right about here. There we go. Just like that. And we're able to get one of the really cool screen breaks. Now the cool thing about this hallway actually has two. Right about here we can position Jill. Make sure we don't get a camera change. And we can get another one just like this too. And believe it or not, after getting the shotgun, there's actually one that we can get that's right here. But it's a little challenging because I've tried getting it out of the Jill sandwich cutscene, but it seems like you can only get it during the Jill sandwich cutscene for some reason. So we're going to go ahead and try to do that. While that does its thing, we can actually come right back here. We should be able to shoot the screen right here. The shotgun. It's a little difficult to get, but if you do it right, you should be able to get it, but couldn't get it in time. But I'll probably just put a clip up of it. After clearing out the zombies in this area, we can actually set right here, turn around, grab the handgun, and we should be able to shoot the screen right here. Do it just right. It's very particular. You have to be kind of precise, and you have to be at a certain, there we go, at a certain degree of distance away from the screen in order to do it, but that's one location down for sure. Now, after clearing out these two zombies, we can actually position Jill right about here. Should be able to shoot the screen right here. There we go. And there's another one for you that you can do yourself. Now, obviously, I'm not going through every single room in this video, and partially because I've gone through just about every room to go ahead and try to do this trick. And obviously, it's not something that seems to be possible in every room. Although, in saying that, it does seem that having the shotgun matters sometimes. There seems to be some areas where you can only use a shotgun, and I'll actually show you some of that in a little bit. Now, you would think that a camera angle like this would be kind of obvious, but unfortunately, no. Even with the shotgun, this camera angle doesn't seem like it'd be one, which is pretty interesting to say the least, just to show you that not every zoomed up angle is going to have a screen break. So check this out. I actually just figured this one out, literally not even trying. I just figured, hey, let me try this angle. But it seems that you can break the screen right about here. There we go. Just like that. So there's actually one that's really fun to get. It's right here at this camera angle, believe it or not. With the shotgun, we can actually get another one. It might be a little precise, so hopefully we get it. Get a little bit closer to the screen, and there we go. Pretty neat, if you ask me. What's interesting is that there actually is one that you can obtain here in this room, right in front of the statue of the woman pouring water. I'm just not really sure how to get it. I don't know if it's just not in this version or it's in a PC version, but I've seen people get it here. I just think it might be PC only. I don't know. I'm supposed to get it with a shotgun. Try to get it again a few times, but it just doesn't seem like I'm able to just trigger it. I don't know. I just can't seem to get this one to work. And here's another one I just found as well while recording. There is one right about here that we can get with the handgun. Not bad at all. Now, this one is actually one of the more well-known ones, especially since back in the day. I remember back in 1986, 1997, 1988. This is one of the ones that we already knew about, where if you come over here, you can actually shoot the screen right about here, I believe. There we go. You can actually do it before you even talk to Richard, which is cool. So believe it or not, out here, I actually did discover a screen break. Sorry it took so long to say. You gotta do it at just the right angle. There it is. Yeah, you have to do it at just the right angle, and it's pretty damn neat. Unfortunately, I haven't found any more that are outside just yet, but I did, believe it or not, my goal was at least find at least one in the dorm. And I did thankfully find one, and I'm going to show you in just a second where. In this area, we can actually get a screen break right here. This is the only one I've found in the dorm so far. So I hope some of y'all can help me try to explore better and get some more screen break going in the dorms. That'd be really amazing. The cool thing is that down here in the basement, there actually is another screen break that we can trigger right around here with the shotgun. Pretty cool. So actually, here in this room, there actually is a bookshelf that we can push over, and this leads to a little secret door. We entered this secret door, and actually, what's cool about this room is that you can actually see the helicopter port if you move forward here, which some people don't really know about. Like, there's the helipad where the final fight would be. But even cooler is right around here. We can stand with Jill. And if we do it just right, we should be able to get the screen break. As I said, getting these are pretty precise. And the other thing, too, is that some of them only work with certain weapons. And I think it's because of the way you're able to aim at the screen with them. So this is actually the room right before you meet Enrico. If you actually sit right here, you can shoot the screen, which is pretty sick. Now, whenever we have to use the crank to spin this little, I guess, bridge here, right after this section right here, we can actually stop and shoot the screen right here. I said it with a question mark because I just had to make sure that I was correct at first. And also, the cool thing is, like, at first I thought maybe the underground wouldn't really have any, but it turns out there's quite a few in this area. We can actually find one right here as well. This is where you would, the boulder would be here, and now that it's moved, you can come and get the flame rounds with Jill, and we can shoot this right here. And then also the same hallway where the boulder does land, we can shoot this camera angle right here too. And then right after we fight the black tiger, the giant spider, we could actually come right here with the shotgun, and we can shoot this camera angle right here. Just gotta do it just right. There we go. And we can also shoot this camera angle when we come on this side. It's easier to figure this out without the snakes being here, rather. Surprisingly, there's a lot in the underground that we can actually do. And this is right in front of the room where we get the second Doom Book 2, the blue one with the wolf metal. We can actually shoot the screen right here. I'm honestly surprised how many are down here in the underground. It's kind of insane, really. So right before we actually get off the elevator to leave the underground, we can get one more down here. It's kind of amazing how many we can get underground. Now, once we come out the underground, we can actually aim up and shoot the screen right here in front of these herbs. And then right here, where we put the eagle metal, we can come right about this area, and we gotta shoot the screen as well with the shotgun. I'm surprised how many are actually in this later half of the game. I'm starting to think that maybe this is somehow in every room, and we've only scratched the surface. In the entrance to the lab, when you're coming down the ladder and you're in the room with the item box, we can come right here, and we can position ourselves to shoot the screen yet again. Check it out. Then right here in front of the double doors, where you would go to use a computer, we can shoot the screen just like that, using the handgun. You can also use the Magnum. Who knew? So in the lab, in the room where the painting's located, where you would turn the light on to get the password, you can actually stand right about here and shoot the screen. And of course, we can shoot the screen right here. A little hard to get, but it's possible. In the second room with the chimeras, you can actually stop right here and shoot the screen. I'm actually glad there's a small area here that you can do this in. So I know for a fact that you can break the screen right here, but I am like out of ammo. And I've done it before with the handgun, but as you can see, no more ammo. So I guess we'll try to do one more Magnum shot. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Because I've done this before with the Magnum and the handgun. And there we go. Last bullet, and we still got it. So that is basically all, or at least most, of the glass breaks that I've found in this game myself. And it's been quite a scavenger hunt. I hope this has been entertaining, and I hope you all join in on this. I would really like to find as many as possible in the game. I suspect to some degree it's possible in every single room, but like I said, it's kind of hard to do without infinite ammo enabled, which maybe doing BioRAND might be a nice way to actually figure it out. That way we can turn on infinite ammo for the handgun and the Magnum and the shotgun, as well as start the game with those in our inventory. So I think that might be the best bet in order to find it all, is using BioRAND. But I also know that the PC versions of this game tend to actually have more, or if not slightly different requirements or ways to go about finding the screen breaks. So that is pretty much all I want to show you all today. I hope this has been fun and insightful. I know many people have found some of these on their own as a kid, and they're like, dude, I remember you could break the screen, but I don't know how. And yes, it's also possible in the Resident Evil 2 as well, but I don't think it's as prevalent. But I know the N64 version has a lot more screen breaks than the PS1 version, and I can tell you that from a personal experience. And in saying that, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful time, and Happy New Year, and all that fun stuff. Peace.
Select your hero.